Good morning traders and welcome to Thursday's live trading. Today is the 22nd of June. I'm Luke from Discipline Trader and today we're going to be doing some more live trading on the FTSE 100. So just to let you know, I do have to run out today at about 9:15 for a couple of hours, which is a little bit irritating, but it cannot be avoided sadly. So I'll do my best to work around it. It happens sometimes. If I get a trade this morning, I'll still be happy to take them. And then, like I said, I should be back late morning and I can carry on for the rest of the day then. So what am I looking at this morning? Well, we've got a couple of bands around price at the moment. As you can see, we've got this one here with the daily pivot and yesterday's closing it just below the current price now. It's also got the 200 moving average in there as well. And then we've got another band up here starting at the 7470 level. So my ideal trade this morning would be price to drift down here into the open, sell signal from the open, a buy signal from the open, and I look to trade this up to this band here. That would be ideal. If that doesn't happen, I'm happy to wait and see if price sort of meanders along in this area and gives me a buy signal this morning from this area. Failing that, I think with the right price action I would be happy to sell from up here. Failing that, we do have a band a little bit higher, which I would definitely be happy selling from if price could get as high as there. Below here we've got one down just below the 7420 level and another one a little bit lower just below the 7400 level. Again, the price action would have to be really good for me to buy from here, but I would definitely be happy buying from this band down here. Whether it gets down there or not, I don't know. I said that last week and I think price fell quite a lot last week. So we just don't know. We'll keep an eye on it, and if I get any trade setups, I'll let you know and I'll run you through what I'm thinking as the price develops. So I'll catch you later on. So we are 9 o'clock just coming up to now, and I thought I'd just give you a quick update. You can see the opening candle here was this big red bearish candle moving down. So price quickly fell down to the band below. It stalled literally for the entire hour, and just as we're coming up to the end of the first hour of trading, we are breaking past it. So absolutely no trade setup so far. Just extremely bearish momentum. So like I say, I've got to pop out in about 15 minutes, and I'll be back a few hours later. So hopefully we don't get any trade setups in the meantime. Hopefully they wait until I get back late morning. But the next band of interest now is really this one down just below the 7400 level, looking for a move back up. A little bit annoying. I was quite open to taking a buy from here back up to this band. There's a good amount of room between the two, and as you can see, there's no real sticking points. Price fell very quickly down to this band, so I would imagine it would have been able to move up without any problems as well, had it found support here, but it just hasn't done. So we will look down here, but if we're going to trade from here, the target will be this band here. So we'll see what happens. I'll come back to you when I get back a little bit later on this morning. Okay, so it's 11:30. I've been out and come back now, so I'm in for the rest of the day now. And just looking at the price action that I've missed, we can see that it has drifted down to this band down here and reacted at the very top of it. And it's back up at this band here now. Now, as it stands, it's just broken through this band. And I am quite keen to take a long from here. So if it comes back and gives me a buy signal, I would happily take that, targeting the band above. Obviously we've got the overnight lows here that might provide a little bit of resistance. By the time price gets up there, it might be marrying up with this 200 MA, which would be decent resistance. I think I would still be targeting past this level, so we shall see. I'm on the lookout for a buy signal from here, and I will come back to you if we get one. Okay, I'm a little bit late to this one, but this candle here was actually a pretty decent sell candle, and I'll explain why. As we've moved up into this band here, we get this one candle that looks like it's going to break through, and then we get 3 consecutive pin bars that don't really progress any distance past this band. Then we're straight back down below it, and now we're reacting off the low of this band. So what I want to do is actually get short where this would have signaled me into a trade, which would have been 13.6. So if I set this here, that's coming up as 13.6. If I get the right order. And it's not letting me do that. Let's try that again. Okay, it should let me do it now. Okay, so the order's in there. So if this starts breaking down again, then it will enter me into a short position at 13.6. I'm going to look to trade this back down to this band below here. If it just moves up from here and doesn't trigger me into a trade, well, so be it. I'll just cancel the order if it gets above this band. But so far, you can see that it is definitely struggling with it. So if a decent amount of selling pressure can come in here, then I think a short move down to back down to 7,400 even is definitely on the cards, but we'll see. Other than that, if it does start moving up, like I've said before, I would be happy to take a long from here as well, with it being in between 2 strong 4-hour bands. But I'll keep watching and we will see what happens. Okay, so this has broken this band now, so I'm going to cancel this order and keep my eyes peeled now for a buy signal from this same band. And like I said previously, I'll be aiming for this band up here. So if we do get the buy signal, I will resume the recording and update you further. Okay, so we're just coming up to 1:30 now, and as you can see, price is slowly trying to move away from this band here, and as it's doing it without me involved at the moment. Now I'm not too concerned by this as it stands, and there's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, you can see we have broken up above this band, but we've not had any real impetus to get any higher. There's been no real drive to take this price higher. No clear signals really, so nothing that I have got interested in just as of yet. And also, if I show you the hourly chart, you can see this is the price move down this morning. We've bounced from this 4-hour band here, and we're now up at this level. Well, we're bang into these lows here, and also we're coming into this moving average here. So I fully expect there to be a reaction here. Now, that doesn't have to be a big reaction. It could literally have a tiny reaction and then move through it. But what I expect to happen is at least a semi-decent reaction. I don't know if it'll come all the way down here, but it might come and revisit our intraday band that we've got here on the 5-minute. So come up a little bit higher and move back down here, find support again and move higher. And if it does, then I would definitely be interested in looking to get long and trading it back up towards this band here. But as it stands, if it moves up from here and doesn't come back, then I will not be involved in this move. And if it starts to break down lower, then it would need to get beneath this band, then give me a sell signal, and then I would look to sell. But the price action seems to have died off a little bit now, so we need an injection of energy. But I'll keep watching and I'll come back to you if we get any setups. Okay, so we've just gone past 3:30, and as you can see, price has drifted upwards towards this 200 moving average and is now falling away. And if I bring over the 1 hourly chart that we were looking at earlier, you can see it has actually just popped through the moving average and past these lows and actually come and tested these lows here. And it's reacted down from there. So, with it heading back downwards, we're heading back down towards this band. It'll be interesting to see how it reacts from here. I would definitely, if the price action's right, I would definitely look to take a long from here. Other than that, I think the only other trade setup we would have time for, bearing in mind the market closes in just under an hour, would be if it breaks through, gives me a sell signal, and then we trade it back down to here. So they're the only two trades really I'm looking at. I mean, they're the only trades I've been looking at all day, to be honest. They just haven't come to fruition. So we shall see. We've still got 55 minutes left before the market close. I would like to get into a trade today. So if we can trade long from here with the target of possibly this 200 or the band above, depending on how it moves, or a short if it is going to break through this band. So I'll keep my eyes peeled and I'll come back to you when I've got more to update you with. Okay, so that didn't actually seem to take long at all. We've got this nice big, what has become a piercing and an engulfing candle originating from this band just here. I mean, it's not quite touched it, but it's damn close. So I'm actually going to give this a go from the high of here, so 25.6. And I'm just going to look to take this up to the band above, I think. That was a nice reaction from this potential bounce zone. So let's see if it can actually trigger this time. I think the last time I set an order, it just went the other way and we didn't even get triggered. Which is probably good, because I think it would have been a losing trade. But, okay, we're getting close. Okay, so we should be in now. Okay, cool. So, like I said, targets, I think initial targets is going to be up to, let me see where, right, these lows are coming in here. I think what I'm going to do is just target just beneath the band, and I will see how it sort of starts reacting if it gets up there. Obviously the first point of interest is going to be this high here married up with the 200 MA, which could definitely send price falling back down. And then we've got the lows of the overnight trading, and if we can get past all that, it should make it nicely up to our take profit. There is only 50 minutes left of trading time, and it has been very slow, so there is a danger as well that we could just sort of drift and go nowhere, which would be unfortunate. But that was a really nice burst of energy from the point of interest that we were looking at, so we can start to move up now. This would be good. So I'll come back to you when there is more to say. So I just closed that one out manually there. It was really struggling up at this level, and for the sake of what is effectively a point, you saw how close it came to touching my take profit on this bar. This bar had a high of 44.5. Now my take profit was 44.2, but because of the spread, it would have to get to 44.7 to trigger my take profit because of the spread being a point. So, and this got to what? Sorry, 44.5. So 0.2 higher, and that would have touched my take profit. That's how close it came. It came back down, tested the moving average. We've moved up. There's 5 minutes till the close. It just seemed to be struggling there at the time. Before the candle closes, I just closed the position out. Now, it may just flush up now on this last candle before the close, or directly after the close. You do tend to get quite a lot of volatility, but that could go one way or the other. And with us being so close, I just took the profit there. So I think it was about 17 points in the end, which is a really good trade after what looked like was going to be a tradeless day. we did alright in the end. I wasn't expecting as brisk a move here as we got, to be honest. Price had been so lethargic for most of this day that I didn't think we'd actually get a decisive move up through here. But this is testament to the bands. It's easy to see on an hourly chart. The distance between these is it's a decent size. So to not have any resistance or support in there for price to stall is uncommon, maybe. But you can see how well price moved through this entire area and then back up. It's done it twice within one day. So within this area here, there can't be too much strong support or resistance there. Otherwise, it would have stalled more than it did. Obviously, on this particular day, we've got this intraday support and resistance with the S1 and yesterday's low. And that has had some effect. And but not too much. It's not trapped price in one half of this area or the other. So yeah, a decent trade. I hope you found use from the video. If you have any questions or you want me to cover anything in any future videos, please let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't done already, please do subscribe. I do these trading videos every week now. Basically just to show traders what a typical trading day looks like for somebody that does this full time. And yeah, there'll be more tutorial videos coming out soon. I plan to release one on risk management, so check that one out when it's uploaded. And I hope you've all had a good week in the markets. I'll see you next week.